Let me sing you a song of the brickyard, of an empty speedway track, where the ghosts of past 500s for 39 years back wait from June to April. Wait until the day when new men come to join their ranks and roar down the straightaway. When drivers and mechanics stake their lives and skill against the clock and the hand of death in a battle that's going still. To join the ranks of Maury Rose, of Vukovich and Mays, of Wilbur Shaw and Jack McGrath, new men will spend their days. And number one in 55, who took the big one then, that iron man named Swigert, is back to try again, back to try again.
Swigert fires up. The bellow of his engine roars through Gasoline Alley as the fastest racing cars in the world stand ready to answer his challenge. The first Indy winner since Wilbur Shaw to carry number one as national champion is ready for practice. He rolls from the garage as the man to beat in this, the greatest of racing classics. The Memorial Day 500 is only 4 weeks away as Swigert faces the newly resurfaced 2.5-mile challenge to men and machines.
Then it's time at last for a practice run. Your pulse beats a little quicker. Oh, the track is tougher than you thought it was. The turns are a little slicker. So you try to learn how to feel the track, how to ease around the corner. You've a prayer on your lips that your car is right, for if something gives you a goner. Just cars made of rubber, aluminum, and steel, and men made of iron are sitting at the wheel, sitting at the wheel. Then you step her up to a faster pace and your engine starts to thunder. Then you cut a lap in 1:05 and the next one a little under. Oh, the wind's a howl and the walls a blur and the engine throbs with power, and you're all alone in another world at 140 an hour. The cars made of rubber, aluminum, and steel, men made of iron are sitting at the wheel, sitting at the wheel. Yes, you're all alone in another world with the throttle pulled wide open as you try to cut those...
Qualifications. The first of 2 weekends. 125,000 people to see it. Russo is ready in the Novi as the crowd comes to its feet. On his warm-up laps, he takes the green flag. But after 2 laps at 142, he's called in by his car owner who wants a record. 10 years ago, the Novi set its first record here, 133 miles an hour. But times have changed. Pat Flaherty, who finished 10th last year, waits as his crew brings his car from the garage. He's on his run. And sets a new record of 146 miles an hour on the first lap. Through his 4-lap run at an average speed of 145.5 miles an hour, a spectacular performance. Jack McGrath's official qualification records for 1 and 4 laps are shattered. Car owner John Zink beams at the new record holder. They can really travel on this track, and Flaherty has set the pace. Johnny Tolan on his way. Qualifiers are pushing harder than ever before. He takes the flag, and the wheels begin to spin. He's out of the car uninjured. Late in the afternoon, the Novi tries again. Russo doesn't top Flaherty's record, but an average of 143.5 puts him in the field for race day. Rookie Jack Turner hurries through a corner. It's the slow way around. When the weekend ends, 29 cars have qualified. Race morning, intermittent showers. If the race is postponed, will the tension, the razor-sharp readiness carry for another day? The faithful fans pour in, and suddenly, an hour before the race, the skies clear, and the Purdue University marching band scatters the gloom. The bricks are drying. They're going to run. The famed pagoda looks down once more at a stirring sight. Coming to the starting line are the fastest racing cars ever to compete at Indianapolis. The old qualifying records are buried by 31 cars that topped 140 miles an hour. This may be one of the bitterest contests in speedway history. The fastest car in the field is only 7 miles an hour, quicker than the slowest. Rumors are for speeds near 140 miles an hour.
33 drivers have waited long.
Crawford.
For this the final hour.
Thompson.
With their nerves stretched taut and ready now.
Hanks.
To unleash all the power.
Agabasian.
Of roaring motors all in tune.
Bryan.
By skilled mechanics ready.
Ruttman.
And now the pace lap coming up.
Swikert.
And you gotta take it steady.
Flaherty. The balloons rise quickly in the clearing skies. Then Speedway President Tony Hulman speaks the historic words.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
So the mechanics push you off. Their biggest job is done. And they tell you, take it easy, but hurry home. As back to the pits they run.
Here they come. The race is on. They hit the green flag together, but Rathman roars out of the middle to take the lead. Flaherty duels O'Connor for second. Rathman is moving away. Rathman completes the first lap at 139.5 miles an hour, 7 miles an hour faster than last year. Bettenhausen moves into third behind O'Connor. Flaherty, who started on the pole, drops to fourth. Bettenhausen challenges O'Connor for second place. Going up the backstretch, O'Connor in number 7 takes the lead, and Bettenhausen, staying right behind, slips into second place. The lap speed moves to 142 miles an hour, with 3 cars maneuvering through the turn inches apart. Speed moves to 142 miles an hour, with 3 cars maneuvering through the turn inches apart. the backstretch, Rathman comes back into second place as O'Connor leads the way. Flaherty closes in on third and takes it away. It's a four-car battle now as Flaherty tries for second place. A fifth car shoots up among the leaders. In fifth place, the Novi Special is moved through traffic like a wind. There goes Flaherty into second and the Novi into fourth. Flaherty wants to run in front and O'Connor jolts the throttle to keep him off. Out of the north turn, the Novi is third as Flaherty cuts inside. Flaherty can't make it, but the Novi can, coming down the straightaway at 180 miles an hour to pass both cars. Look at that driving. Slowly, Russo moves away, making that horsepower work. O'Connor in an older style roadster can't fight the supercharged V8 on the straightaway. The Novi sets a 142-mile-an-hour pace as the front runners lap the tail of the field. O'Connor tries for the lead on the first turn, but the Novi speed on the back straightaway pays off for Russo. Lap by lap, Russo stretches his lead, traveling almost 143 miles an hour for the first 50 miles. A new record, 50 miles in 21 minutes. Russo roars from the main chute. Wheel and tire fly in all directions as Russo stops broadside to 32 other cars. He's all right. The cars that couldn't match his pace are passing him now. Bill Vanderwater throws the yellow flag, but Rutland finds himself in trouble. He slides into the infield and out of the race after brushing Keith Andrews. Andrews is all right, but staring down the grill work of oncoming traffic. Flaherty piles up the miles as Schweikert fights his way up to second place. Hanks comes back in third. Trouble on the backstretch. It's Schweikert limping home with a shredded rear tire. His car was battered by the retaining wall in a 300-foot slide, but his magnificent driving skill and racing spirit keep him in the race. As Schweikert limps to the pit, Flaherty gains a full lap. Then his crew takes advantage of the yellow light slowdown to bring in the front runner. Schweikert is right behind him. Flaherty is refueled in 37 seconds, and he keeps the lead. Schweikert is on his way, but a full lap behind. A tough break for a real competitor. Flaherty may try to run the last 70 laps without another stop. Unless something snaps, they've got to catch him. Don Freeland and Hanks are 20 seconds behind. Hanks hangs his foot in it. And he's second. Crash and Jimmy Daywalt skids to a stop. He's all right and out of his car. The caution signal slows the pace again and the field bunches up. Flaherty's lead over car number 4 is cut to 30 seconds, just half a lap. In position 2, it's now or never for Sam Hanks. This is his 11th 5,500 miles in search of victory. Now just a mile and a quarter ahead of him. He stands on the accelerator. Lap after pounding lap, Hanks cuts into Flaherty's lead. They passed the 400-mile mark, traveling over 140 miles an hour. Will the car hold together? Jim Rathman, an early leader, is slow coming around. Mechanic Beckley is worried. Here he is, out of competition with oil line trouble. Running 6th as he pulls in, his car is a victim of the tremendous pace. Rathman joins 13 other cars in the garages as the battle continues. "17 seconds, the length of one straightaway. Flaherty's crew sweated out. Hank's team sees a glimmer of hope. Will Flaherty's Irish luck hold out? Only a few more laps. Hanks can't close the gap. Flaherty refuses to crumble under the pressure. 2 more laps. "11 years, 17 seconds. The white flag. 1 more lap. Hanks takes the white flag. Watson waits that last long minute. The checkered flag snaps for Pat Flaherty. He's in the money. Hanks takes 2nd place. The Zinc team to the winner's circle to meet George Francis Patrick Flaherty, who just won more than $93,000, the biggest purse in Indianapolis history. Into victory lane, where an oil-spattered, weary, grinning winner will be met by his wife and lovely film star, Virginia Mayo. His average speed of 128.490 miles an hour is not a new record. Repeated caution signals slowed the pace, but traveling 500 miles in 3 hours and 53 minutes is a magnificent performance. Flaherty fought off all challenges as he led from the 76th lap to win the 40th running of the Indianapolis 500.
And so the grueling race is done. Each driver gave his all. But win or lose, these Iron Men again will heed the call. To prove the theories of engineers and test them on this track, these men with racing in their blood are planning to be back.